Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me for this very short video. You probably hear the birds are chirping and there's a couple lawnmowers going off, but hopefully you can hear me okay. But I wanted to share this very short video of kind of just something that God's been teaching me as of late with all that's going on in this rather crazy world. But to start, it's going to be a weird sentence, but to start, I want to say that the views expressed by those who attend Fellowship Church do not necessarily reflect the views of Fellowship Church. Much like any other church would agree with the same thing, like those that inside the church share their opinions via social media or even in coffee conversations, but they don't necessarily reflect that of the leadership or of the mission really of the church. Much like the views of too many Christians certainly do not express the views of Jesus Christ himself. All of us are aware of that. There's a lot of, sadly, hypocrisy in our faith. But in recent weeks, months, and I would even say going back almost 4 years ago to the recent election, social media has been rather fascinating and sad at the same time, right? I will never forget one of my favorite players, the NFL players of all time, is Troy Aikman, and I'm a big Cowboy fan, and I probably lost half my audience right there because not a lot of Cowboy fans anymore. But Troy Aikman said it many years ago before social media really took off, and he just said, "I believe social media will be a race to the bottom," and many of us feel that way, right? So many of you even have been in and out of Facebook or in and out of other social media platforms because it's rather disturbing to wake up and hear somebody's passionate plea against something that you believe in. And so it's been, sometimes it can kind of ruin your day. But how many times would you guys say that you read a post and your jaw actually drops? You're like, I can't believe what they just said. I can't believe they have that opinion. How many times have you wanted so bad to post underneath? You want to share your view too, whether you agree or disagree. You have to make sure you get your plea out there as well. And then how many of you have actually posted underneath and then you live to regret it because now you wasted 45 minutes of your day going back and forth with someone who disagrees with you, and neither of you influenced the other one at all, but you got all worked up and it kind of ruined your day. I read this morning and I just really wanted to share it with all of you, especially those of you that would call yourself a follower of Jesus, a Christian. And it says this, as followers of Jesus, are we more passionate about our beliefs on certain hot topics, one example being politics, that we forget that we're to love others? If we're more concerned with our stance than we are with loving the people God sent his son to die for, then we have truly missed the mark. See, if you are a follower of Jesus, I would ask you to filter everything through him. Post everything through him, not through your politics or whatever else is going on in your life. Everything. Now, if you're not, I think you're off the hook. I think post anything you want. I really believe that. Some of you just need to know the damage you cause someone in ministry, I don't know, like me, when somebody in a church can get a phone call in the middle of the week and state that, I don't know if I want to be part of that church. I'm shopping for churches, but I don't know if I want to go to that one because I know a person who goes to your church and some of the things they put on social media are just, doesn't seem like they really follow Jesus. Or even the people that are already inside of our church, wondering what other people inside of our church are saying. I need you all to know this. This has helped me immensely. I have learned that those that I really get the most upset with are really the 1% of the church that seem to make the loudest noise, much like these birds are now. But the 1% really makes the loudest noise, so we automatically assume all the church is on board with what they're saying, and that's not the case at all. Yes, they go to Fellowship Church, some of them, right? And we hope they continue to, because we know by feeding them more and more of Jesus, maybe, just maybe, they'll post differently in the future, or maybe they won't post at all. My plea with all of you, especially for those, again, that would say they follow Christ, and those even inside of our awesome, incredible church of so many people that I love dearly, is I would plead with you to pray before you post. And I would also ask that maybe sometimes when you post, just reaching out to a close Christian friend who you admire and respect, and just say, what do you think about me posting this? Because again, if it's not through the filter of Jesus Christ, I don't know how worthy it is to be putting on social media. And I know for a fact, and all of you guys know this as well, this is why it's still fascinating that's going on. We're not really changing anyone's opinions. or just kind of getting into arguments. And if you knew the influence you're losing, and if you knew the people that maybe have befriended you, and you don't even know it, I think that would break your heart. As Christians, we are to love others just like Christ loved us. And when we do that, we have to be a little more careful with what we're putting on social media, as to offend people we don't even know we're offending. So once you do that with me and take just a real stance in praying before we post and really thinking it through. I love you, church family. I love you all on Facebook. I'm thankful for you to take this time to check it out. But I do appreciate any comments you have. Anything that you want to maybe disagree with, just inbox me and we can go through it that way. I don't want to put it with an audience. I hate to disagree with an audience. All right, thank you.